In the spring of 1945, Adolf Hitler, once the powerful dictator of Nazi Germany, found himself in a dire situation. The man who had once commanded the loyalty of millions and orchestrated a devastating war across Europe was now confined to a bunker beneath the crumbling ruins of Berlin. This was a stark contrast to the grandiose visions he had once harbored for his so-called thousand-year Reich. The bunker, a concrete fortress buried deep underground, was meant to be a safe haven, but it had become a tomb of despair. As the walls closed in, the reality of his situation became undeniable. Hitler was trapped both physically and mentally beneath the ruins of a city that had once been the heart of his empire. Outside, the situation was equally grim. Allied forces were closing in on Berlin from all sides, their relentless advance signaling the imminent collapse of Nazi Germany. The dreams of a thousand-year Reich were crumbling to dust, and with each passing day, the noose tightened around Hitler and his inner circle. His final days would leave an indelible mark on history, a testament to the destructive power of unchecked ambition and the inevitable downfall of tyranny. The bunker, once a symbol of strength, had become a prison of his own making, a place where the echoes of his past decisions reverberated with haunting clarity. Surrounded by the ruins of his ambitions, Hitler faced insurmountable challenges. His once formidable army was in retreat, and the city of Berlin was under relentless siege. The sounds of artillery and gunfire were a constant reminder of the approaching end. The bunker, though fortified, could not shield him from the reality of his crumbling empire. The siege of Berlin was a brutal affair, with the city being pounded day and night by Allied forces. The streets above the bunker were scenes of chaos and destruction, with buildings reduced to rubble and civilians caught in the crossfire. Inside the bunker, the atmosphere was equally tense, as the dwindling supplies and constant bombardment took their toll on the occupants. Meanwhile, inside the claustrophobic bunker, tensions ran high as food and supplies dwindled. The once well-stocked reserves were rapidly depleting, and the occupants were forced to ration their meager provisions. The air was thick with fear and uncertainty as the reality of their situation became increasingly dire. The bunker, once a place of refuge, had become a suffocating trap. Hitler's mental state deteriorated, consumed by paranoia and despair. The man who had once exuded confidence and charisma was now a shadow of his former self. His erratic behavior and delusional rants were a stark contrast to the image of the unyielding leader he had once projected. The bunker, with its oppressive atmosphere, only served to amplify his descent into madness. Inside the bunker, Hitler's inner circle struggled to maintain order amidst the chaos. The once loyal aides and confidants were now grappling with their own fears and doubts. The bunker, which had once been a place of strategic planning and decision-making, had become a cauldron of anxiety and mistrust. The cracks in the facade of unity were becoming increasingly apparent. Eva Braun, his longtime companion, and loyal aides like Joseph Goebbels remained steadfast while others sought escape or surrender. The bunker, with its claustrophobic confines, was a pressure cooker of emotions. Loyalty and betrayal, hope and despair all coexisted in a volatile mix. The once unshakable bonds of camaraderie were fraying under the strain of their dire circumstances. As defeat loomed large, Hitler withdrew deeper into his delusions of victory, refusing to accept the inevitable collapse of the Third Reich. His speeches, once filled with fiery rhetoric and grand promises, had become desperate rants against perceived enemies and traitors. The bunker, which had once echoed with the sounds of confident proclamations, now reverberated with the hollow echoes of a man in denial. On April 30th, 1945, Hitler made his final broadcast to the nation, a defiant rant against perceived enemies and traitors. His voice, once commanding and authoritative, now carried a tone of desperation and resignation. The bunker, which had once been a hub of communication and command, was now the stage for his final act of defiance. Shortly thereafter, in a moment of desperation, Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun took their own lives. The bunker, which had witnessed the rise and fall of a dictator, now bore silent witness to his final moments. The act was a grim testament to the depths of despair that had consumed him. The bunker, once a symbol of power, had become a tomb of defeat. Their bodies were hastily cremated as Berlin fell to Allied forces. The bunker, which had been a place of refuge, was now a scene of hurried and desperate actions. The fall of Berlin marked the end of an era, and the bunker, once a fortress, was now a relic of a failed regime. The fall of Nazi Germany marked the end of one of history's darkest chapters. The bunker, which had been a place of plotting and planning, was now a symbol of the futility of Hitler's ambitions. The world had witnessed the rise and fall of a dictator, and the bunker, once a place of power, was now a monument to his downfall. Hitler's final days serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and extremism. The bunker, which had been a place of refuge, was now a cautionary tale of the perils of absolute authority. The lessons of history, etched in the walls of that underground fortress, continue to resonate to this day. Thank you for watching. Explore more historical content on our channel and share your thoughts on Adolf Hitler's final days in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful videos. The bunker, once a place of secrets, now stands as a testament to the enduring power of history and the lessons it imparts.